Our learning target today is I can add mixed numbers using visuals. So we are going to add two mixed numbers today. And the first thing we have to recognize when we're adding mixed numbers is our units or our denominator the same? So when we're looking at our two mixed numbers, we need to see, are the denominators the same? Are they alike? And if those units are the same, then we can add. So when I look at 2 and 1/8 plus 1 and 5/8, I can say to myself, okay, my units, my denominator are the same, so I can add. I'm going to start by adding my whole number. So I know that 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So I have 3 wholes because I have 3 ones. 2 ones plus 1 1 is 3 ones. And now 1/8 plus 5/8. And I know when I'm adding fractions with like units, I'm just adding the numerator. So 1 plus 5 is 6, and my denominator will stay the same. So my answer is 3 and 6/8. So when I add 2 and 1/8 plus 1 and 5/8, I have 3 and 6/8. So first we're adding our whole numbers. Second step, we're adding our fractions. We have a third step when we have fractions that are improper. So when we add two mixed numbers and we have an improper fraction, we will have a third step. So I'm going to show you a second problem, and then you're going to try it on your own afterwards. So 2 and 5/8 plus 3 and 5/8 is what we're now going to add. So again, our units are the same. We have 8. So we know we can add our fractions. So I'm going to start by adding my whole number, which is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. And now I can add my fractions. 5/8 plus 5/8. Well, I know my denominator is going to stay the same when I add fractions. My unit stays the same, so I'm still working in eighths. And 5 plus 5 is 10. I have 10/8. And now I'm going to use a number bond to change this improper fraction into a mixed number. So I know that 8 goes into 10 without going over 1, so I have 8/8. And now 8/8 plus how many eighths will make up 10/8? I know that's 2, because 8 plus 2 makes 10. So I'm going to circle my whole. I have one whole here, and I'm going to add. I'm going to put that add sign right there. So 5 plus 8/8, which is the same as one whole, because my numerator and denominator are the same. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. And what's my fraction remaining? I'm going to fix my equal sign. My fraction remaining is 2/8. So my answer to 2 and 5/8 plus 3 and 5/8 was 5 and 10/8. But then I needed to change that improper fraction into a mixed number. And so 5 and 10/8 is equal to, or the equivalent of 6 and 2/8. So you can write down the steps to keep track. First, you're going to make sure your units are the same. Then we're going to add our whole numbers, add our fractions, and change from an improper to a mixed number if we need to.